All right, well, we're back before the grand finals. We have a rival back with us again. They did agree to yet another interview somehow, even with my crappy journalism. So let's thank them for that. And this time, in addition to T and Lee, we have Seizmic, who is going to be retiring after this CGO. So welcome, you guys.
Hey, what's going on?
What up?
Hello.
Alright, so we just saw you guys beat Andromeda on arguably their best map. What do you think was like your key to that victory there, Lee or T?
I think Lee could answer that question for whoever.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think what we had to do was to get them on the rotate so I could go at middle and try to pick the rotators off. And that was for the offense side. Defensive side, I think that being a little, sometimes catching them off guard by being aggressive sometimes really impacted their strat.
Yeah, we noticed your guys' super good rushes in canon that directly contributed to those wins and throwing them off. And to me, it looks like, based on all the things that we saw, the conversations coming from Andromeda, all the things they did, it looks like you guys were just able to play smart and blast them out of their norm.
One thing we were definitely talking about between us when we were doing commercials and stuff is actually just even on the cast, the fact that you guys were relentless through both maps. I mean, obviously the map that you guys chose, you went straight at it, and obviously it paid off.
So I think for DefkoN, we'll try and do that up as well.
All right, that sounds great, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know. Do you guys are? I mean, you're going to be down 1 heading into DefkoN, and last CGO, you were up 1 heading into DefkoN. So, you feeling good? You feeling better after cruising through the losers bracket too?
It's definitely a good feeling when we're on a roll on whoever we play in CGO. But I mean, DefkoN is one teams that I believe they feel the same way. When we play one another, we don't take things very lightly, and so when we play against DefkoN, it's a whole different outlook on how we play. They love to adjust, and in order for us to be able to be on top of them, we also need to adjust just as well, because like how when we played at Andromeda, it was easy for us to get a momentum going, and once we have that momentum, it's easy for us to just play 1v1 and just play pretty much who has a better aim. But when we play a team like DefkoN, who's relies a lot, very heavily on their scope, it's hard to do that, because once he starts to really get on fire, he'll stop our momentum. So that allows us to have to change our gameplay. And as long as we can actually adjust nicely, then I think we have a good chance at beating DefkoN with CGO.
Yeah, it's definitely a factor to keep in mind. I mean, that stopping power of the scopes for DefkoN have prestigiously been one of their biggest impacts as far as when they play the game, and it completely changes the mindset and how people approach how they play that team. Speaking more just about how DefkoN plays, they have routinely been known as a team that just is always one step ahead of the game or the rest of the competition as far as how to approach the game as a team. So how do you take your strategies and put them into an aspect where you're going against a team that feels confident being the national champions and coming off last year being the international champions? How do you make them play rivals game? How do you make them get out of their comfortability and to make them really feel like they have to play your game?
Yeah, it's easier said than done, but it's simply just taking them out. I mean, we've played one another so many times. They obviously know how certain one of our players, how we play our game. We've played them just as many times, and we know exactly, to a certain extent, we know exactly what they do. So from here on out, it's all about who has better game sense and who does what. And then when it all comes down to it, it's just getting that kill. Once we're able to get kills, it boosts our morality, our confidence, and once we have that going, it's very on par with what we can do against DefkoN. If they're outgunning us early on, it's hard for any team to come back, and that's what we need to be able to do, is to get that early stomp and have them play very passively. Once they feel confident, it's hard to stop them. Just like us, once we become confident and we start to get those kills, it's hard to stop us. We're like a train that won't stop, just like how DefkoN is. So it's pretty much whoever gets that early step.
And we've definitely seen a lot of really great examples of that. T, when you had that 4 kill, I was talking about you for about a round and a half, and how you just know how the other team is going to be playing certain spots, and just how you put your guys in, or how you put yourselves in the best position possible to win a gunfight. So it's definitely a strength. I know you guys are really on par with each other as far as playing with individuals in certain situations. But to kind of turn the focus on Seizmic, I know it's your last CGO. What are your plans after you retire out of CGO and from AVA here?
I have a job. I'm sure most people who know me well, I'm of age, and my job is interfering with my play, and I think it's about that time that I let more of the younger kids play. I've played this game since the beginning. I did take a break in between, but I mean, I feel like as a player, I've done almost everything I could as a competitive player. The one thing I really, really did want to do is win the IESF, but it didn't turn out very well for me. But it's definitely, I've had a lot of fun in this game, and I just think right now is the perfect time for me to fold my play and take care of what I need to do in real life. And later on I'll be getting married, so we'll see.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man. But I got an issue with one thing. Are you saying those people without jobs, they're just, what are you saying there? You're saying they're hobos, Seizmic?
No. It's not that. It's honestly, although we players, we take this game kind of on a different level. I mean, I love the competition. I love to win. I love to play seriously. Like, to me, this game wasn't a joke, Like, I love doing what I was doing, and I'm sure everyone else who does what I do feels the same way, but I think when it comes to balancing what you really have to do in your real life, and when it comes to gaming, I think, it's hard to balance that out, especially at my age. I mean, I'm 28. I just got into my profession, a few months ago, so it's an important time for me. So, yeah. And the thing is, a lot of my friends don't play games, and it's kind of embarrassing when they come over and they're just like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm yelling on the mic. And honestly, when I'm on the mic, I feel like I'm a kid again, and that's kind of another reason why I played this game, because it allowed me to just have that type of fun that I missed when I was a kid, and I think I've had enough of that, and it's time for me to move on. So, and I'd like to make a shout out to my good friend Rainey.
Definitely admirable choice, especially going on with careers and stuff. I mean, it is important to know this is still just a game. As much as people like to take it super seriously, and especially with the outlets that IJJ has been doing with national tournaments and the promotion of the CGO, WOGL, and stuff like that. Well, I know we got to say best of luck to you and everything you do from here on out. And if we had a number to retire, I'm pretty sure we would retire in your name. Definitely one of the players that everyone knows around the community, well respected. And I mean, you guys have gone up in this battle before, coming in playing DefkoN for the finals, not just in the CGO, but in tournaments previous to this. We got to wish you guys the best of luck going through this, and hope that you can end your career on a really strong note. You guys taking this one all the way out and winning out the CGO, so best of luck for you guys. We'll let you guys get prepared and ready to go and meet your true test of just coming out through CGO 9 and facing off with DefkoN in the grand finals.
Alright, thanks. Can I just say one thing?
Of course.
I want to thank all the players that always supported us and Rival, and even though I am going to be quitting after today, I hope all of you guys can support Rival. Rival will be still going on, and like I've said in the past, the players of Rival are probably one of the top guys that I've ever played with in my career. Also, I'd also like for you guys to keep supporting CGO. Like I said in the past, CGO is the only league that's for us. And if it wasn't for CGO, I would have quit. I would have quit a lot earlier than now. So please support CGO, support Rival, and AVA. Thanks.
Thanks for those well wishes, Seizmic. I know they're greatly received.
All right, and that is that. Thank you again for Team Rival for coming in. We'll see you guys in game here shortly. And once again, that grand finals matchup will be between reigning national champions DefkoN against Rival, coming out of the losers bracket, having a really strong standing against DefkoN in a previous matchup in the winners bracket, looking for much of the same, and looking forward to bringing that match out to you guys as soon as we can. For right now, we'll take a little bit of break, get these guys out of here so they can get prepared and get in the mindset to start playing one of the best teams arguably in the game's history. So tell your friends to come on. We'll be starting here shortly. There'll definitely be some matches you do not want to miss. CGO 9 again bringing you the grand finals here in just a couple of minutes.